I think I've tried to did this. This was another video I probably did the other day. Didn't turn out too well because the live feed had broken off and on. So, um, we're here to talk about the Royal Rumble predictions and Royal Rumble results and probably predictions going forward as far as WWE is confirmed and just moving forward with everything. We're just gonna give our little 2 cents worth into it. Um, so sorry. Be it so that I didn't get a chance to watch the I didn't get a chance to watch the pay per view in its entirety. So it is one of the things I am going to go back on and give my own personal perspective of it. Just going, sorry, off of highlights, and you know, more so other people, not other people, but just more so what they had saw and seen, for them to give me their words and opinions about it. So these one of the ones that were. Oh, 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 sorry. I don't feel like it was star-studded enough. I feel like it was good in a sense, and I guess this is the first Royal Rumble to be featured on a Saturday card more so now at this point, as they made the move Netflix and everything, and just trying to what's the draw, what's the phase, to bring in where new and play. That was we'll get into it in a second. Still trying to wake myself up a little bit. And so basically, Royal Rumble 2025, we had a slew of matches more so. Of course, we had the men's and the women's Royal Rumble match. There was, sorry, there's also the WWE Championship match that we had there. If I'm not mistaken, there was a tag team more so. There were a few other matches that were also on this card too that you give or take on paper. They're nice. It's a nice pay per view. It really on card. It was a nice pay per view. I don't know what the results were. If the overall match itself was you know delegated or anything heavily favored. But yeah, so Cody Rhodes defeated Kevin Owens in the ladder match, and DIY defeated the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, in a 2 out of 3 falls, which was pretty good. I don't see too many 2 out of 3 fall matchups. And as far as tag team is concerned, they do have to get the buzz on that. It's also concerned. Also, guys, please also like, comment, share. It also helps get the feed out also as well too. In case, so also keep engaged. So that was it. Charlotte Flair won the women's Royal Rumble. Um, Not kind of shocked about that. People told me a lot that she was getting spotted anyway. What's going on? Yeah, and then also that James who won the men's Royal Rumble, and yeah, that's the main thing. What's going on, bro? Um, so yeah, for the majority of stuff, out from again, I'm going off highlights and what I've heard. The Kevin Owens match is I can't really say for instantly. I would have said the match would have probably been the case. Cody won probably if I would seen it in whatever competition that was left on there more so. As far as like Royal Rumbles in general, like you never know where who's popping up, so that's just also the other element of surprise to that as well. Not to say that one particular superstar couldn't go ahead and pull all the way through, especially if the time is right and the momentum's high. Momentum's high, much so. Okay. You cool. Listen, brother. Got you, man. All right, yeah. Also subscribe to my Patreon also as well too. In case like you say you want into fitness needs also, and my other link to my FitTune also as well. We also want to talk about that, and also follow me on TikTok also as well too, since it's just a streaming platform we're also back on. Yeah. So I do feel like that KO Cody. I'm not gonna say that it reached its climax for the most part. I'm guessing for what writers or creative, however they went ahead and adjusted everything, but they definitely went ahead and weaned off of the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens side, which I feel that redeem code with those. All right, I'm gonna show you that, but yeah, there was. I feel going into the match prior before KO and Cody, I really honestly felt like I was being on my own storyline type of ordeal because there's so in WWE there's so many storylines that you can play into a factor. I would have had KO one. Would have had Kevin Owens one. I would have set this up to where you can see it coming to a head because of everything that happened with the men's Royal Rumble. And I'm not mad. It's not like we had. Sorry. But it's not like we had like a major pop from like a returning star or somebody like that. Like to be honest, that was more on the women's side than it was anything. All right, I got you, man. Just give me a second. I'm on my line. So there's like absolutely there is absolutely no reason why I feel like Cody should hold the belt any more longer. More so, preferably me. Not one of the biggest Cody storytellers, and to be honest, it's okay. It's not a gentle hit against him. I'm just saying, probably play it out. And I didn't. I'll go ahead and say who I think because KO should have been the one to probably take it off him. I really feel like that would have been justifiable enough. And honestly, I would love to see a KO versus Roman while KO holding the belt more so. I do feel like that will fit every criteria, like more so. It will fit into a storyline that you can like transfer over. Because the one thing about with WWE that I've noticed like a lot lately is that they don't stay on to the story. They don't stay on the same story pace, or they don't stay on the same story as much. They wean off of it little by little, but it's be like the misconception of everything is be so lost. And realistically, it's actually one of the most. I gotta look back at my history of ladder matches. I didn't see it all too well. I could tell, Bulls receiving anybody that was receiving them shots had to hurt more so. So I give both of those comparators um both of those comparators are absolutely phenomenal in their performance that they showed. More so, and we're gonna fast forward over to another topic as well. That was like the best match for me personally. You get to the women's Royal Rumble now. Particularly, it's very hard. It's very hard nowadays, but shoot, it is hard in order to not. I wouldn't say spaz, but it's definitely. I feel like WWE should go into a different direction in a sense. As far as main champion, more so. I mean, like, I'm not trying to say that Cody's supposed to. I'm not even saying take the belt off him for long. More so, I'm saying just give the fans like make them cry, not cry a little bit, make them miss Cody a little bit. I feel like this whole Golden Boy era has like waned on me since Mania because it's like me personally, I haven't seen AJ since he faced him. I haven't seen Logan since he faced him. There's a few superstars like you haven't seen back since he's faced him. And it's like, all right, he basically squashed their whole entire ordeal completely. And I'm like, oh man, because there's so many ways that like going into the men's world, I'm going to go like because I think I was stop at the women's Royal Rumble. If I'm not mistaken, so for the women's, I'm like for Alexa Bliss to return, that was good. Nikki Bella was the more shocked one of them all. Like I said, it didn't even with the Alexa Bliss was even like a shocker. But with them announcing, I feel like with some Rumble matches, don't announce a winner. Like let the crowd get so sucked into it to the point there's nothing but emotions or so. But again, the crowd had brought that more of an element state. It's always that same. It's always that same method. Same method of madness. And so for that, like I do feel like already. So I do feel like certain stars. Like I think it was the year that I think it was last year when I'm thinking they had Cody get announced before the Rumble that he was returning. And I feel like with certain people, you can like let the pop go and then just not even say anything needed. To be realistic, like I've had like I think it's a few people from NXT, not NXT, but yeah, a few people from NXT, the TNA crossover more so. So there's how they had like a few people like Joe Henry was able to make an appearance during the Rumble. I'm not that much of a big fan. I mean, I'm not a fan of his entrance. I'm not the greatest of his. I love his entrance song. So, interesting concept they brought up more so during the Rumble. I didn't even realize how much heat you could probably draw with this, but the friction and the heat between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, combustible. Combustible elements, I feel like you don't have to make the rivalry out of it. Like, you don't have to make something that stretches for like years of time. Literally, like, let that go into like the next pay per view and make it number one contenders. I feel like at some point, Jay is going to be gunning for that world title. They're gonna probably give it to him. I'm not gonna lie to you. With him being he is the winner of the men's Royal Rumble for this year. Like I said, Charlotte Flair is the winner of this year's for the women's in the Royal Rumble, but it's like she is anybody less than Rhea Ripley, then I don't see where it makes sense unless she's going to say, "Oh, I'm going to done for TV time, then okay. But then you have complete new school versus old school, completely in that genre. And it's like the same thing where if you look at Rhea and Charlotte again, because that will be for a third trip that they will have that. That's as far as the other part. I seen how DIY had got the first pinfall, so wasn't kind of too unexpected when he got the second. And then, like I said, I can say normally that the men's Royal Rumble would be doing better than the women's, but no, it wasn't. And I've been telling people, like, sometimes women's wrestling is sometimes even more better than men's. I've seen it countless of times or so. And it sucks. Yeah, I'm so cannot wait because there's so many like possibilities. Like I would love to see Roman. I would love to see probably maybe Roman, Seth, and Punk. I would say a street fight, maybe a cage match, maybe even Hell in a Cell. Something I gotta keep them in to let everything else out. So they gotta build off of that somehow. Because I would love to hear that favor that Punk wants to cash in on Roman. So that's the other aspect. The other one is I'm gonna say Drew McIntyre more so nowadays, due to the fact because of the backstage heat apparently from his shoot that he did with Damian Priest. So now I feel like more and more like you might have an abrupt stars like maybe a little bit upset over how things were handled, but even if them type of sure amount of things like they'll still go where they at more so tell everybody get to a place where your headspace is comfortable. Sometimes think some things through. Everything will work itself out. To be honest with you, but that's an aside note. I don't think I even got anything else or the other matches more so. Like I said, DIY they won tag team belts. They retained the tag team belts. I'm sorry. So it's not really like too much to cover on the pay-per-view more so, particularly because the pay-per-view was only like short as it is anyway. Because there were only like a few matches that were on the card. Let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. There's realistically one Rumble match. So. Yeah, so that's all. There's only 4 matches on the card and expected to be long. Probably the men's and women's Royal Rumble was probably a little bit longer. They probably wanted to adjust the screen time as far as like to share the ring with everybody. So that's probably where my thing was at. I think maybe Cody and KO was probably like consolidated, probably a little bit more, probably maybe like a few minutes or two shaved off of that. I don't really know particularly. I gotta still rewatch the match and everything. So that is going to be one of the things. I am definitely going to be looking at the prediction coming soon. Now CM Punk, I know he's going to feel it at some point, but I do feel like this Seth and Roman thing has came to a head so much. Now we're itching to see it. So, but not going to hold anybody up in here too much longer. Again, I am here always on my YouTube platform. Check me out on TikTok. Always keep on subscribing, like, share. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I will always be in touch. And also try to go ahead and join me in my Discord too, where I'll be also asking for sometimes ideas or things that people might like more so particularly. All right, but with all that being said, guys, I really do appreciate you. And like I told like everybody, always stay great and have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your morning.